What's up, guys? It's me, Big White. Today we're back with another video and we're gonna be working on our free quad. So those of you guys that didn't watch the last video, my dad actually had picked up a free four-wheeler for me. Somebody was getting rid of it, and my dad, obviously, Pot White being a scrapper, he scooped it up for us, and this is what we got. Tiny little recap. It is a 125cc Tao Tao. The date slot is actually not filled out, unfortunately, which is very weird. So we have no idea what year it is, but it did not have an engine. Come to find out, my dad said it did have an engine, but like it's missing a couple pieces and stuff, so it would have been a really crappy start anyways. So we really wanted to jump straight into a fresh start, and let me show you guys what I mean by that. So let me show you the little clip of me and my pal opening it up first, and then I'll show you guys. So cut to that. Oh yeah, look at that. That's crispy. Brand spanking. And as you just seen, we have ourselves here a 125cc neutral drive reverse, brand new, out of the box, oil not even in it. Look at that, boys. That's beautiful. So she's sealed up. That's good. Gotta get some oil in her. I want to get it in here. I gotta check out, see what I need. I have a battery coming today over here. Set that to the side. I have a carburetor that I ordered off of Amazon because the engine did not come with a carburetor. I actually ordered it with an upgraded carb. So this is the other tube. This is the new tube. That just bolts right onto there. I think it actually goes this way. Correct. Like this. Something. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we got an aftermarket tube. That's cool. Hopefully we can even use it. But so yeah, new engine, carburetor, battery's coming. We'll get it sometime today. But I'm gonna try to see if I can snake the engine in here without taking the plastics off, because I'm assuming that's how they got it out, because the plastics are still on it. They're very loose, but let's see what's up. Okay, so we are going to be using a head cam for installation today. I think that would be, or I thought that would be a little fun. Maybe get a little bit more of a hands-on POV instead of just having time lapses from the side where you guys can't really see everything. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a chance. So my dad's coming here for dinner later, so I'm gonna have to actually ask him if we were given the engine mount bolts, because if not, that really sucks. We're gonna have to try to source some of those. Really, honestly, not the biggest deal. This does look like it's gonna fit though. So let's try to slide this bad boy up in here. Oh yeah. Bonking my camera off the four-wheeler. Okay. So, as you can see, there's the, well, actually I have no idea if you guys can see. Here's the engine mounts. Right here, right there, and right there. That'll just go back into there. And we'll be able to bolt it right in. Honestly, you guys, it's that simple. These Tao Taos are super easy. That's kind of why I have a little fascination with them, because I just love how I can make them work. I mean, it's not really super hard, and it's very satisfying when they turn back on. So I'm gonna finagle this a little bit more, and I'll get back to you guys when it's sitting where it needs to. we have the engine slid up partially where it needs to be. These would be, what do we got? This is the stator. This is probably like the safety neutral switch. So that's easy. Yada yada. I'm assuming this hanging out here, it's gonna be our guy that goes to the starter here. So I'll have to swap those out. Easy peasy though. It's honestly that simple. Like, all the other components are kind of hidden though. So it's kind of nice that I don't believe we're gonna have to do any of this stuff. But we'll see. So I'm really not gonna bore you guys with just me switching some wires. Because I mean, like, it's pretty much, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna unplug this and plug this into here. These wires I need to make go to here. And this I need to hook up to there. I'm not gonna bore you guys with that, but I did want to explain what I had going on. So let me just cut to that when I have all that stuff done. So we just have this kind of mocked up here. I don't know if I'd mentioned it, but there's two yellow wires, and then there's a yellow and a white on the other one. So we kind of guessed on that. These wires are just hanging here. I'm gonna wrap these. Neutral safety switch is plugged in. We have the starter wired up. So this is where it gets kind of weird to me. I dug into my other Tao Tao here, and this ground goes from here, moseys its way through here, and connects to here. So then there's also this extra green ground, which goes into the harness and disappears. I'm not cutting my engine harness apart, not cutting it apart, but I'm not cutting my zip ties off that fucking... This thing's perfect. I'm not messing with that. I'm just trying to use it as a base. I looked up a couple videos. I didn't really get the answer I was looking for, but we did have a ground wire hanging down right here. Super conveniently in the same spot as where it needs to be, which is right there. But that leaves nothing going to the battery. There's absolutely nothing going to the battery right now. So I've been kind of just on a little stump with that. So here's the power. But there is just... My camera just shut off. But here's the power. And I just don't have a ground wire. It's not in this mess. So, I'm not exactly sure. Like, do I make my own ground? Do I just ground the battery to the frame? And then whatever the other green wire was coming off of for that Tao Tao, like maybe it's just connected somewhere else? Plus this one has safety features. Has an electric start through this switch. It's got this. I mean, like, there's so much more little features going on here. There's headlights. So, I mean, I'm not exactly sure. But my battery's not here yet. And it's like almost 7 o'clock. And it's literally freezing outside. I mean, I'm in the garage with the heat, but it's still cold. The ground's cold. But that's where I'm going to leave off for tonight's progress. And I'm going to pick this up a different night. Alright, you guys. So we're back. It's a completely different day. Pretty much, I don't remember if I had talked about it that night because I kind of just got frustrated and went inside. But I cannot find the ground wire for the battery. So there is a ground that goes to the engine itself. Same with both of those. I actually do think I remember talking about this, but I just wanted to recap it. So I don't know where the ground with the battery goes. So I don't know if I just need to ground the battery to the chassis. That's what I'm going to try to do. But yeah, I do actually remember talking about that. I'm not ripping that fucking wiring harness apart to figure it out. I'm not doing that. So I'm going to just add the ground on here and try to figure it out. But I still got to get the carburetor on there. And like I was saying, I don't have engine mount bolts. So I know this might sound like a little bit of a repeat, but it is what it is. Let's get back to it.
Alright, so like we were talking before, I have this shit just heat shrink. I have these left open so that way I can switch them around because white and yellow, yellow and yellow, I'm not sure, shouldn't hurt anything. But if you put this on, this is the stock one, it sits like that, kind of leans back. Oh, sorry, the camera's leaning back. Hella gangster lean. So it gives you plenty of room for a carburetor. Well, we got new stuff. And this is gonna have to sit on there like that. Why is my camera so angled? Sorry, boys. This is gonna have to sit on there like this. And it's gonna shoot the carburetor over there for maximum airflow. What do you guys think about that? So I'm gonna try to mock that up and I'll get back to you guys on that one. Because as of right now, it's just an idea, but I hope this works. Ricky's not too confident. Look at him. It's gotta work. So I went and looked at my little Tao Tao dirt bike. And this is actually the exact same carb that's on there, which was kind of nice because I didn't know where to put this spacer. So that showed me where to put that. But we're still running buck wild on this thing. We're still gonna do whatever we want. And this is how we're doing it. Well, we still don't know if it's gonna work, but this is what we're gonna try. All right, so again, for visual, this is what we're running. She's gonna sit just like that, allegedly, if it lets me. Because it seems like it might have a problem, but if we gotta grind something, we're grinding something. We'll figure it out. All right, so we jerry-rigged. We didn't jerry-rig nothing. We shimmied the plastic back to where it needed to be. We shoved some bullshit bolts in here, sticking out way too far. One's right here, and the other one's actually through this hole now. You see it now, kind of hanging out over there. But we have our carburetor on now. That's where the carb's gonna be now, facing this way, and the cleaner is gonna stick off over here. So that's the plan. So I need to hook this goodad right here. Just goes right on the top of this. Easy peasy. And we have our battery now, that came in. Grab the battery. That just sits right in here. Look at how nice that is. 20 bucks on Amazon. I need to buy another one while they're on sale because the fucking Tao Tao YFZ 450. That thing needs one too. This battery's been through hell and back. This is the stock battery. Oh, the battery looks a little bigger. Alright, maybe scratch that, but still needs a new battery. Anyways. But yeah, aside from the whole battery situation over there, like I was just gibbering about for no reason, I need to hook up a ground onto this battery, put oil in here, and then, like I was just saying before, button up a couple things, and yeah, we'll be able to put the key right there, back in there, give her a little, and hopefully she fires.
So that's in her?
We could, yeah. So I hooked the throttle cable up. As you can see here, she goes up and down. That's what we want. For some reason, there is some dead throttle. Like, that much of the throttle literally does nothing until it gets to here, and then it finishes off. I was thinking maybe because this pit bike, I mean, obviously the carb was the same, and this is a twist throttle, where there's a very small amount of movement here versus how much movement is in this thumb throttle. I'm not sure if that sounds dumb or not, but like that's just kind of what I'm going off of right now. So I was kind of thinking maybe because this is the old spring, so maybe I pull out the spring that they gave me and put this one in there. For right now, I'm not really too concerned about it as long as it idles fine and it still works for right now. It is what it is, and the throttle is opening all the way. I confirmed it through the the carb hole, you could see it. So I don't know. Let me grab some oil, put some oil in it now, hook up the battery. I gotta find the ground. Let's keep on trucking. I made myself up a ground wire, and it runs from there down, and it hooks up to the same spot that the other ground goes to, that I am assuming is supposed to connect to here. So if I hook it up to the same ground, theoretically it's like the same. I'm holding screws here, let me get circuit, you know, whatever, so it should be fine. We're gonna find out. So pop my battery screws in here. So I pulled the dipstick out and I set it up here, and I seen there's a little bit of wetness. So I looked at it. They did put a little bit of oil in there, but I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Just a little shiny spot on the bottom, like just enough so like Ricky was saying that maybe it doesn't rust. They're like, we ain't filling it up all the way, but we'll give you a little. But that's okay because I don't want this oil, I need the other oil. Hey, maybe this is the right stuff. ATV, UTV? Thought I had a difference. I'm gonna look for different stuff, but pretty sure I only have one jug of this and one jug of the other stuff. So I was already pretty much low on oil, so kind of happy to find out that there's oil in there. So this is definitely the stuff I was looking for. This is the other stuff I had laying around. I bought this one day just to top off my quad before riding with the boys in the woods, because O'Reilly's was out of this shit. But this is what I run in all my quads. I should have knew that right by looking at it, but once I seen the other bottle, then it all came back to me. We're just gonna pour a little bit down the neck here, and I'll just put some in there, and I'll have to put the dipstick in there and keep checking her. All right, she was just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit under it. I just put a little bit more swallow in there. She should be right on the button. And then as far as I'm concerned, I can go ahead, grab this key off the ground. There's no way this just works, because nothing in my life works like this. Oh, look at that, I already see something. Put the spark plug wire on there. Whoop. Oh, boys, we didn't even hook the gas up yet. Getting ahead of ourselves. Put this back on the ground. All right, we got our line going in here. I just flicked the switch, filled up the fuel filter with fuel. There was already fuel in there, so that was pretty cool. Looks pretty clean too. So now we can grab our key, turn it. Nothing happened so far. And nothing happened again when I hit the switch. To be expected, honestly. Huh. This thing. Why would it be that easy? Rick, why would it be that easy? I don't know. Let me look more into it. Make sure everything's hooked up.
Oh, that's why you gotta put the chain on.
Yeah, chain's off, that must be why. But it's really not doing anything when I turn the key. I feel like this should at least light up, and we should see a neutral on there. I don't know. Let me dig a little bit more into this. Okay, so sometimes I forget shit, and today's one of those days. So just like my little Tao Tao over here, my camera's a little down here. Hold on, let me fix this shit. We're coming up. All right, so just like the purple Tao Tao off to my right hand side that you probably can or cannot see in the video, I'm not sure. You have to hold the brake to make it start. So I wasn't holding the brake. No brake, nothing. Hold the brake. We're getting some gravy. So those wires could be wrong. I mean, that's the longest I tried to just start it right there. So I didn't even try to hit the gas or anything yet. But yeah, we're on the right track here. I just want to turn the camera back on. Pump a little gas in her. Maybe. Start her down. Carb's probably not tuned yet. She's smoking, no exhaust. We don't want to ruin the valves or anything. I know running it with no exhaust isn't good, so. Hell yeah, she fired up. That's what we like to see. She did not purr like a kitten, but she did start up, so step in the right direction. I was ready to rip all the plastic off and get crazy with it because I was getting salty that it didn't start. Should have been plug and play. We needed some of that shit, brother. Okay, we're back. We hooked up the exhaust now. Got the handlebars back on. I don't know what I do with the gas cap. I'd like to put the gas cap back on.
Yeah. Down there in the middle. Down there.
And when it was running before, the choke was on. I wasn't going to admit that, but here I am. But anyways, so let's try again. Turn the key. So I might have to play with the set screw a bunch. Where is it? It's on the other side. Because this is a way bigger carb than what it calls for on here. So we definitely are going to have to do some adjusting. Alright, we just flip the choke back on, so maybe we can get it started again with that. It does not seem to be very happy. I'm very curious to, if I switch these wires, if anything's going to happen. I won't assume it's even going to kick over now. I don't even know, we're just checking. Because obviously, as you can see, it doesn't sound the happiest right there. Try her again. So that's really confusing that it's starting off both fucking wires. I can switch them either way and it still starts. I have a diagram over there from the last fucking harness I bought, but it doesn't show you that in it. So I guess it's just a bunch of trial and error from here. No choke. That sounds a lot better, boys, huh? I'm just happy to see it runs. She's puffing a lot of smoke in here. Rick ain't fucking lying, but
I think I already got a buzz.
I'm just geeked out that she runs. I don't know what's going on. Still a couple more things to do. Could end up even being the carburetor. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to, like I said, I'll have to look into it more. I don't want to sit here and bore you guys doing it on camera, but I will explain what I find when I fix it. So I'm totally gonna have to assume it's a carb problem because you can start it up and make it run. I think there is a little gas coming out of her. And it's pretty much setting the idle through the choke, which obviously makes no sense. But I mean, as you can see, so yeah, she runs. It definitely is probably gonna need some carb adjustments for sure. Maybe even invest in a new carb, like keep this carb around for this, and I shouldn't have bought a big carb. You know, maybe I had too big of dreams buying a big carb. Maybe I can tune it out, I'm not sure. I'll have to mess with it some more, but I'm super excited that it runs. Huh? Like, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a brand new motor, it should run, but when you have wires like that you don't know where they go and shit, and the ground wire, I didn't know what the hell the scoop was with that. So, I mean, yeah, she runs. So I'll probably just make this video one, making it run. That was cool, that's big step one. And then after that, I kind of want to like just button it up and maybe like wrap these and maybe just take a video of me cruising around on it, because as of right now I don't have the engine mount bolts, so I can't go for a ride right now, otherwise I would. But so yeah, that's all that's stopping me right now, and I don't know when I'm gonna get the engine mount bolts, and I really need to get a video out, so that's why I'm just gonna cut this off and get you guys something to see. Might not be much of a video, but hey, our free four-wheeler runs. We invested a little bit of money into it, obviously. We have like $170 into the engine, and then like I said, $20 into the battery. So 200 bucks into our free quad, not bad. You guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And as always, have a nice night. So I know I ended the video, but I said that I was gonna mess with it off camera. But check this out now. Like a kitten, boys. All right, now have a good night.